Jay, I want to give you the floor without me tainting anyone on, did you consume this product? What do you make of this carnival act coming up from Osceola to win the dunk contest?
The Osceola Magic. No, I didn't consume this product. My mom texted me during the day, hey, just want to let you know the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary is on, but maybe you'll be watching the All-Star game. It's like, Mom, neither. Okay. I didn't ingest any of this because to me, it's become less interesting every single season. This contest, right? And I'm impressed with this kid, right? I went back and watched some footage. This kid in high school was just an absolute animal. Mm-hmm. Do I love the fact that a G League player is winning the contest for the third straight year? No, I don't, right? And I know you've been talking about this all weekend, but you have different guys coming. John Morant coming out. I'll get in next year. And Giannis wants to get on his heels. Yeah, I'm better than this, though, for me. If you're going to open it up to a guy like McClung, why not bring in some outside guys? There are guys on Instagram that has 50-inch verticals that can do all sorts of this stuff. They could jump over a car, too. So I guess to me, it's a shit show. You're chomping. Go ahead.
Yeah, I need a minute here. So first of all, we have a Hall of Famer in Reggie Miller at one point who says towards the end of the broadcast, thank God for Mac McClung. He saved the dunk contest. That should be the most embarrassing thing NBA players have ever heard. And you mentioned that during the contest, John Morant, it was 10:22 p.m. This thing ended about right after 11, right? It's 10:22 p.m. And John Morant says, oh, Mac making me want to get in the contest next year. And 40 minutes later, freaking Giannis goes, oh, well, if you do it, I'll do it 100, bro. You know what that did? That reminded us of how LeBron James killed this whole thing because he never embraced it. He never did it. And the NBA hurt themselves. In 97, Kobe does it. You know what they did the next year? They got rid of it and went to that stupid skills challenge in the late 90s. Every NBA player should be embarrassed that some carnival act from Osceola, who's a one-trick pony, notice he never dribbled or dunked the ball. Wonder why. Maybe he's got tiny little hands. He can only do the explosion dunks. And the guy gets to work on them all. Like Stephon Castle's going to be somebody in the NBA. Mac McClung's going to be known as the guy who made more money dunking in dunk contests than he did actually making money playing basketball. It's embarrassing for the NBA. It's embarrassing to the NBA superstar. And this is one where I can hold LeBron accountable. If you had just done one or two dunk contests, all these kids that grew up worshiping him would want to do it as well because Braun did it. But the only thing they have to Nate Robinson did it or Dwight Howard did it. Ooh, rub them all up on your nipples, boys. My God, that's what the kids grew up with. And that's why we have this, again, put them in the Shriners car and roll them right out there. Let me tell you what they should do. Here's what they should do for a dunk contest next year. Since we're letting anybody in now, Mac McClung can come up from wherever, right? I want it regionalized like the hot dog eating contest. To get into the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, you have to slam the wieners down your gullet in various regions and win to be able to qualify to go to Coney Island, right? So that's what I want. I want a Northwest, a Southwest, a Middle America, a New England, and a South. Find me 5 people, whether they're honkies or not, who can all go dunk, and there you go. That way the NBA player doesn't have to worry about it, and all we do, it's literally something that you and I could probably stream on this channel if we put it together, but the NBA will go with it because their players are a bunch of peas and won't go dunk.
I love it. Well, the way you laid it out, I think is actually very interesting, but it shouldn't be a National Basketball Association product. I don't remember when it was when the dunk contest did sort of become less interesting and less innovative and less inventive and people saying sort of, there's no dunks left to do or whatever. I don't know when that happened, but when I went back and watched 2016, right? Jared Gordon, anyone who hasn't gone back and watched that with Aaron Gordon, Jared Gordon. I got Jared Gordon, UFC fighter, with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. Go back and watch that. Those two guys, right, who have grown. It's 8 years later, 9 years later now. You can be sure those young cats back then can't do any of that stuff right now. But it's the combination of the young legs, and I was blown away. And both of those guys, you can be sure, have been all-stars in the NBA, right? So that matters. I mean, but I'll tell you right now, if any real NBA players were in this thing that I had known about, yeah, that moves the needle for me. Is the three-point contest still the same? Because that was never broken. They still run that the same way?
No, they do. And they actually had guys that were stars like Jalen Brunson, Tyler Hero, people like that. And then it was some dude from the Bulls with a funny name, Jaren Jackson Jr., Stephon Castle, because he's 20 and thinks it's cool. and then Carnival Pete coming up, taking off his clown outfit, and then going to dunk. All right, just quickly, the NHL may have cracked the code on figuring out how to make All-Star Weekend interesting. They did the Four Nations stuff, and Jay, I know you're not a big hockey guy at all, but in my house on Saturday, there was NASCAR, UFC, and then it was NBA, but